Are you thinking about moving to a low-cost state? Are you needing more space? Or you're downsizing? How do you determine the right time to sell? Today we're going to cover when to sell your home. It's a question running through a lot of people's minds right now, especially given the recent market activities. The decision to sell can feel overwhelming, especially without the right team by your side. So how do you know when is the right time to sell? How do you know if you should try to wait this out? Is it possible to time the market effectively so that you can maximize your sell price? Spencer Sue here, your tech realtor of the Bay Area. It can be really hard to separate opinion from reality given that no one can predict what the market will do. Just look this year. From the beginning of the year, we had the hottest market in history. Now to some of the coolest markets. So what is important? Just like a homeowner, what is your why? And what else do you plan to do with the money? Invest in stocks, crypto, another home in another market. Maybe sit on the sidelines to wait for the dip. Those are all very valid reasons and the most important ones to be committed to before going through this journey. Homes aren't selling in 3 hours with multiple offers. In a normalizing market, as we are in now, we need to keep referring back to why are we even going through this regardless of the price. In this video, I'm going to shed light on how to understand when is it a good time to sell by discussing several key market signals that you can keep an eye on to make the most informed decision possible. But before we do, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. We release new videos every week. The first thing we'll look at is the number of days a home stays on the market. This statistic is a great indicator of whether you're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. Markets that are in higher demand will typically show a decrease in the average time it takes to sell a property. Historically, especially in the Bay Area, 3 months is already considered a buyer's market. Anything less is considered a seller's market. This is one of the most clear-cut data points to research to quickly determine what kind of market are you in. The next thing you want to do is look at prices. Which way are they trending? Are they going up? Are they going down? Plan in advance, especially when comparing the homes that are sold in your neighborhood over the last few months. And make note when they actually sold. Don't look at Redfin estimates or Z estimates. Those are absolute garbage. The next thing we'll look at is gentrification. Gentrification can be a really good indicator of a hotter real estate market in certain areas. Understanding the general market conditions for your city or county is important, but how is your specific neighborhood faring? Look at your neighbors. Are the people in your neighborhood changing at a rapid pace? Investors and new families want to buy into areas that are on the rise. Families want to get more for their dollar, and sellers want to make sure they strike while the iron is as hot as possible. You can look at the US Census Bureau, you can look at the National Community Reinvestment Coalition, and you can think about local think tanks. The next factor to understand is the overall development of the area. Just like demographic changes, another clue that your market is in demand is a surge of new developments, infrastructure, and amenities. It is common for your state and local governments, along with private entities, to invest in areas where they see opportunity and demand. If you're seeing more improvements being made to your area, this likely signals that growth is expected. Some larger scale developments can take multiple years to complete, so if you're seeing them being constructed near your home, this probably means that those developers anticipate market conditions that will remain strong for multiple years and will likely become a great place, especially as time goes on. The next thing to examine is what's happening in surrounding suburbs, like your neighbors. If you anticipate that prices will rise and you're thinking about waiting it out, a good way to understand how your local market might behave in the future is to look at the markets next door. Because the lack of housing affordability can cause many people to just look for more affordable neighboring areas that look and offer something similar. This is a ripple effect, and you see this across Santa Clara County and the Bay Area very easily. To understand if you may be in a ripple zone, answer this. Does your neighborhood have a similar feel and similar amenities to more desirable cities next door? If so, your home may be in good position. The more desirable neighborhood market likely has a median home value up to 10% higher than your neighborhood, which is a premium buyers could avoid if they find the same things in your neighborhood. It's likely you'll see an upward trend as your neighborhood becomes a new, more desirable neighborhood due to cost. Next up, you need to understand whether there is a high level of discounting in your market. Now this is more for a down market. Setting the right price in any market can be a hard task. This only becomes more challenging in markets that are actually decreasing. Discounting occurs when a seller accepts an offer lower than the first advertised list price. Discounting is way more common in slower markets that are trending downwards, particularly if there aren't many buyers in the market. Homes selling at or below their original list price in abundance is a good indication that the market is in a downturn and is favoring buyers. The next indicator is a very important one, is a period of economic instability on the horizon. If the economy is unsteady and analysts are predicting that the market will be negatively affected, it may be a good idea to sell before heavy price corrections occur. If you're considering selling your home, you need to keep up with the latest real estate news to understand what's happening nationally, at state level, and your local market. Hence why I do a show every Saturday to break it down, so be sure to subscribe again. The next thing is understand what type of property you own and how scarce and desirable it is within your local market. Understanding this can give you a better understanding of whether it is likely to be in a high demand and sell. There are such a variety of homes in the Bay Area that this becomes a little bit of a hyper-local question. For example, how many single-family homes are actually in your neighborhood? How many homes with a yard of this size are there within a 3-mile radius of here? Knowing what you have in your market is a critical component in determining what your home might be worth if you're looking to sell. Well, there you have it. I gave you tons of data points and tons of things to be on the lookout, whether you want to decide this is the right time or not. If you are even remotely thinking of selling, reach out and let's set up a strategy call to explore options. There are so many different ways you can do this right now. Call or text 408-547-4590 to discuss your real estate future together. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.